welcome back to another Cut Above with Chris. It's Monday, the kids are all back at school, the wife's at work. This actually feels like the first time since I broke my arm that I've actually had sort of like a day off. Feels a bit weird, even though I'm actually working today. But anyway, let's get stuck in. Soap for today is Laugar of Sweden. And the scent on this one, I've just got a little bit of water sat in here, is ALVDANS, which is the dance of the elves or the fairies or something like that. Scent on it, very natural, sort of citrusy, woodsy sort of scent. Not a set your world on fire type scent, but it works. The performance of the soap, however, is very, very good. So without further ado, let's pour this water out. I've got 3 days growth. I'll be using the Artist Club again. I've got the Karve to finish off. And here we go. The brush for today, as you've seen from the photograph, the picture, is my Craving shaving SIRI brush made by Charles Bullock over in America. Beautiful brush, beautifully made, not a single mark on this, no striations, no scratching, no nothing. It's perfectly polished, and it's got a 26mm, I think it's a 26mm Duraknot, which PAA used to have, Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements. I don't know whether they have them anymore or not, I'm not sure. There are loads of knots like this. It's just this one was the Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements one. So here we go. Dip the tips because that was a little bit dry. And that's us done. You don't need any more than that, hopefully. Please don't make a liar out of me. So yeah, I'm back at work. I did do a month of day shifts, and I really enjoyed them, and I've went back onto afternoon shifts. And I haven't quite enjoyed the afternoon shifts, and we don't have a whole heap of day shifts that they can just jump on. You've got to try and switch into them or get people off them, people that don't want to do days. But the day shifts just work so well. If you've got a young family, or if you've got a family life or things like that, you're at home at night for the kids, and to help with school runs, and then, well, you can help with school runs in the afternoon I suppose, but you can get to all the extracurricular activities, you know, soccer, football, dancing. All the things that when you're doing afternoon shift are quite difficult to do. Just dip the tips. Paint a bit of water in. I've got my United shirt on today, albeit we drew 3 each with Everton. They played well attacking wise, and that's where they've been struggling, but defensively they were just awful. I think Wan-Bissaka and Luke Shaw, at the moment, 2 of the best right and left back pairings in the league. But our centre backs, Harry Maguire, 80 million is awful. And I've said it since we bought him. I was quite surprised we bought him in the first place. I think he had a great season at Leicester the year before. They won the league as well, and he's English, you know, that's the other thing. But Jesus, he's slow. I mean, he is super slow. Now I'm 37 next month, and I reckon I wouldn't be far off. I'd probably be quicker than Harry Maguire. I wouldn't be quicker than anyone else in the Man United team, but Harry Maguire is so slow. It's not funny. In terms of reading the game, yes, he's very good at reading the game, but the problem is, it doesn't matter sometimes how good you are at reading the game. There will come times during nearly every game where you will have to rely on your pace as well at some point, because you're playing against some of the quickest strikers in the world in the Premier League. I watched them struggle against pretty much every single striker this season that has pace. Strikers that are big and powerful and things, you know, your Ibrahimovics and stuff like that. I mean, Ibrahimovic has got no pace. I think Maguire could deal with that or cope with that much better. But those strikers are so few and far between these days. You know, you don't get your Niall Quinns anymore, your Peter Crouches, you know, 6'7", 6'8", slow as shit. Harry Maguire can deal with that. But you put him up against a quick striker, a Danny Ings, a Sergio Aguero, and I just think he goes missing, he's just not good enough. However, it was nice to get up this morning and watch the extended highlights of Liverpool getting smacked, albeit by Man City. But the funny thing is, even though I don't want either of those teams to win the league, I would rather Man City win the league than Liverpool. You can see quite a short load today on the salt. But the Laugar takes a good drink. It's a vegetal based salt. Or vegan based, I think that's what it might be, vegan. Many lockdowns finished as well. We're back to what we call level 4 restrictions, which is basically everything as normal, but you have to have I think it's a 4 square metre rule with regards to keeping in contact with people. We've still got to wear masks every day until the 14th of February. After that, if all going well, the masks will be gone and everything will be back to normal. We haven't had any further community transmitted cases, nothing at all. We've had that one for the security guard that started the lockdown, but other than that, absolutely nothing. So it's been 0 cases since then. So we've had one since March last year, which is pretty good. And really, the chances of one coming out now would probably be pretty slim. Well, you know, fingers crossed, touch wood. Right, the Feather Artist Club. Used this recently. I used this in my last shave on channel. In fact, it was the last shave I had, which was 3 days ago. And here we go. Three days growth, 0 prep. I'm just stuck straight in here. I haven't had a shower before or anything. I'll have a shower before I go to work. The weather over here has been awful as well, but it's been good. We've had a few fires. In fact, we've had deliberately lit fires recently, which have nearly lost houses and everything. So hopefully the police catch up with these little shits. Mr McGowan, who is a Premier at the moment, has pretty much said that if they do get caught, they should expect jail time. So fingers crossed that's actually what happens. Still not quite got this technique sorted, but you can see that it's whipping the hair off, no problem. And because we've had some cooler weather and a fair bit of rain, there is nice cold water out of the tap. So this is actually a cold water shave as well, which I have been doing pretty much anyway, but it's not been very cold, the water. That's number one, done and dusted. I'm just going to empty the sink because it's full of hair. It's quite nice. One thing I did notice with the Parasso Green that I used as well was the soap scum is incredible. Like it's awful. And it's, you know, I've said that I'll never leave the den, but it was actually quite annoying. I had to almost scrub the sink after just to get rid of it all. So it's not great. Like I say, I've just used this one now, first pass, and there's no soap scum in the sink at all. It's just melted away with the cold water. These are all little things that do your head in after a while, you know, soap scum. Very, very good quality soap. I do find with Laugar that it works better with the synthetic, though I have used it with the badger brush quite a fair bit and it still makes a great lather, but for some reason the synthetic works better. But I could see that for most soaps I use. Do you know what, I'm just going to pop this light on because it is a little bit dark in here tonight. I don't know whether you can hear that rain or not, but that's not even heavy compared to what we had earlier. Beautiful. Second pass done. Of course, the hard thing with a straight razor or chevette is you can't really go across the grain under here, so you've got to catch two with the grain and one against, or one with and one against, depending what your technique is or how good you are. I'm sure there are some guys out there that maybe can do it. I'm certainly not one of them. Right. Third and sort of final pass. The other great thing with these is as well, very sharp blades, very easy to clean. In fact, probably the easiest razor I've ever cleaned, in terms of actually giving it a full clean out every time. Doesn't feel like there's too much hair left over, which is nice. I've got one weeper there, and I think I've got a couple just there, but I mean minor weepers. Pretty good. Let's have a bit of a feel. And of course, I'm not finished because I will finish off with the Karve. In terms of everywhere else, I'm pretty happy with that. I think I'm just going to have a quick look. Yep, all I'm going to do is round the lips. And as you can see, absolutely loads of soap left over. The Karve Christopher Bradley razor. Beautiful. Cannot grumble at that. Now, one thing I will mention, after my last shave with the feather, I had quite a lot of irritation over my neck and sort of around my face and stuff. Now at the moment, it doesn't look too bad. The camera might make it look worse, but I did have quite a lot of redness down here, so hopefully I did like my touch today. I'm hoping it's helped a bit, and we'll just see how we go. And in fact, I've only done 3 passes on my neck today rather than the extra one that I did with the Karve last time as well. It may help sort of make a difference. Brush was nice and easy to clean out. How are we blood wise? Not a whole lot. So I'm just going to wet my hand. 1 squirt of cream from the Codex Skin Superfood. Rinse that off and we're done. So that was Laugar ALVDANS of Sweden, very kindly sent over from Johan Granat of Shaman Butcher on YouTube. It's Facebook and Instagram, I think he's on as well. The brush for today was also sent to me. This was a gift from Charles Bullock over at Craving Shaving. Top bloke. I love his coins. I do like these smaller coins. I think they look really nice. Let you see the whole base of the brush in comparison to the larger coins. But beautifully turned, beautifully poured, and a really nice knot. Superb job. The razor for the main part of the shave was the Feather Artist Club, which really is a stunning razor. Very well built, very solid. If it gets loose, all you do is tighten this screw here and it tightens this back up and makes this nice and stiff. It's just very well made. And in order to clean it, all you do is you grab this section here, pull it to the side. The blade normally comes off with it, stuck with soap. You just dry in there with a towel. Take the blade off, dry in there with a towel, and that's you done. It's that simple to clean. I'm just going to get the blade out of the sink. The blades themselves are very, very good quality blades. Very sharp. They do last a long time. I will get generally between 15 and 30 shaves out of one blade, and I've got reasonably tough facial hair growth, so expect to get a lot of use out of the blades, but they are expensive as well. The Karve Christopher Bradley razor, I've got a Gillette spoiler blade in here, vintage blade. This is a 3.25 inch handle, and the A plate, which is very, very mild, but very efficient as well in the same time. I'm finished off today with Skin Superfood from Codex Beauty, and with that, I hope you enjoyed it. Stay safe, drive safe, don't drink and drive, and I'll catch you guys next time. Cheers.